Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had two directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Checking in on YELP GWPH PCLN and Tesla. NVDA is in the semiconductor video I just did. So YELP here is continuing to get extremely tight. The Bollinger Bands are tightening up, and we are seeing volatility drop with volume. So we have a tightening range. The range we're watching right now is 34.30. Make that 33.35 and 34.88 double top resistance. Bulls are not going anywhere if they can't break 34.88. And if we break this higher low pattern of 33.35, we're looking back down at 32.97, the lowest price we've seen on this pullback. So at this point, this oversold bounce is very weak. There's very little momentum for the bulls to the upside. The weekly time frame did not confirm the bullish reversal candlestick from last week, but we are still holding that 50-week moving average support of 33.55. That's really one of the last things in the short term that these bulls are clinging on to in hopes of turning this thing around, which the bears have been in full control of since earnings reaction. GWPH, we are looking at also another weak name here. We need to see the bulls hold this 120.39 level. That's the line in the sand that the bulls need to hold. The good thing is the bulls have volume this week. Look at the past 4 days, and the 3 days of bull days definitely outweigh the one bearish day in the past 4 days. So at this point, the bulls need to see a break of 124.75, 124.71, a little double top at that area. And after 124.75, the daily middle Bollinger Band is going to be in the upper to mid 125s as the days goes on into next week, and that continues to descend. So we're getting very tight here. The bulls really want to hold on, and we have the weekly middle Bollinger Band support. That's going to be in the mid 120s as well. So that middle Bollinger Band on the weekly is going to be lining up with this 120.39 support, acting as a little bit of a backup. And we are on the brink of breaking the daily uptrend. So the bulls really need to see some follow through to the upside and get over this middle Bollinger Band resistance ideally. So PCLN, the bulls are still extremely strong. We have a quadruple top at 1775 psychological resistance. We've rejected from this price 3 times on Thursday, again with the open on Friday, and the bulls are still extremely strong. We're still holding exponential support, but we are on the verge of a bearish MAC decross. So if we cannot break 1775 first thing on Monday, we will be looking for the bears to take over in the short term, and we'll look for normal healthy consolidation considering where we came from, 1720. We've seen a lot of bullish days in a row. So if we do see a break, an inability to break 1775, I'm looking down at 1756 and 1755. We have a double low of support there from March 13th and 14th. That would be the higher low that the bulls want to maintain to keep this strong daily pattern intact. The weekly time frame has closed above the upper Bollinger Band 3 weeks in a row. That has not happened in 3 years. It shows a lot of strength and a lot of continuation. That level we have to update next week. It's going to be in the upper 1760s, maybe even the lower 1770s. So there is the possibility that that starts next week as resistance, and the bulls would have to see a break of 1775 to be able to continue to remain in breakout mode on the weekly time frame. Tesla bulls tired themselves out with the bullish reaction to news on the second half of this week, and we closed near the low of the day with bearish momentum on Friday. It is an inside candlestick, so if we get a break of 261.20 on Monday, we're going to be looking down at 259.06 and then the daily middle Bollinger Band. The bulls have affirmed that they are in control here with the momentum shifting after consolidating. We built a base of support at 242 and 243 3 times. We had our bullish reversal candlestick, news catalyst with confirmation and big volume. So we are looking for a higher low of support built after some healthy consolidation. So we'll be looking at this middle Bollinger Band, which is leveling out in the 255 range. The mid 250s, the bulls ideally want to hold that level if we begin to consolidate, and then they'll look for continuation to get over 265.75 to try and head back towards our recent highs. And there's also a gap to fill at 272.60. The weekly time frame shows us that the bulls have regained control. After 2 small range bearish weeks, bears had the inability to get more downside by breaking 242. Bulls showed back up in a big way. Bulls controlled volume, and we saw a fairly strong close with a minor upper wick of profit taking. So the bulls have momentum. The question is going to be, where's that higher low going to form? Because the bulls have exhausted themselves to the upside in the short term with 3 very bullish days in a row. So that's what we're looking at here on the list. Yelp, really boring sideways trading, but our levels are clear. GWPH clinging on to support of 120.39 must hold. PCLN 1775 quadruple top needs to break for the bulls on Monday. And Tesla looking for a bit further consolidation. Daily middle Bollinger Band in the mid 250s will be a target of support. I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you Monday.